Hey there, it's Anonymous Tea, where we spill the tea anonymously. Hello, 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 everyone. Hello, YouTubers. Hope you guys are all having an amazing day today. Sending good vibes, sending positivity, seeing blessings, and good energy to each and every single one of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. So today we are talking Love is Blind UK, you guys. I am all caught up, and in this particular video, I want to just discuss my reaction to the weddings. We have a reunion episode that is going to be coming up here Monday, so I just want to give a quick reaction to the 6 couples. So we'll start off what presumably seemed to be the happy couples, which was first Nicole and Benaya that got married, and it seems, for all intents and purposes, that, I would expect at the reunion that they should, still be together. I would be kind of shocked if they weren't. But for all intents and purposes, it seems like, Nicole was fooled by Sam and rushed into getting involved with him because she was upset that, Benaya was not, ready to commit at the time and all these things. But it was interesting, though, that Nicole's dad didn't want to go to the wedding. But at the same token, how does that work, you guys, if you're on your second marriage, right? Is the parents, is the family still obligated to go, right? Like that's always an interesting topic of discussion, right? Because for the most part, we'll see family do support, right? They will support and attend, but then sometimes people are like, okay, this is like the 4th or 5th wedding. I've got to work. I've got plans or whatever. So nonetheless, I always just find it interesting, especially on these reality shows when family does and doesn't show up and what they're telling their relatives. But he seems supportive of this, so I'm going to lean towards this work commitment, he couldn't get out of. Otherwise, he would have been there, and hopefully Nicole and Benaya are still together. Now, my concern, though, is the career and where he is living, because it is giving, squatter vibes. But I don't know. I mean, I don't know, but that's kind of what the vibe it was when he was in the pods. So I'm hoping he's not just all in on this for a place to stay and stable, somebody with a stable career and all these things. Like, I'm hoping this is, like, genuine, and he has, like, his own life, his own career and all these things, right? And isn't just squatting from place to place, right? So that's one thing, right? Then the other couple, I'm like pretty sure is more than likely still going to be together at this reunion is going to be Bobby and Jasmine. History has shown us on these reality shows, in particular Love is Blind, is these couples who they try to, they have like a very strong physical connection, right? And they'll try to like pinpoint like one major issue, right? Because I literally just saw this on Love is Blind Mexico, where it was another couple that was like super intimate. However, there was like a major issue, and I was like, yeah, they're going to end up married. Because what happens is, if they draw out a particular major issue and everything else is kind of hunky-dory, like, we really didn't see too many issues with Bobby and Jasmine. They tried to make a thing of his music video. It didn't land. And so the biggest hurdle really was Jasmine's mom and, her being, pretty much, I want what's best for my daughter, but at the same time, F love, like all of these things. And that was like the most contentious point of it all. But everything else was pretty hunky-dory between them. And like I said, the strong physical connection that they had, I was like, yeah, they're probably going to get married. Now whether or not they're still together is going to be interesting, but I feel like they most likely will, because they seem very much into each other outside of any outside forces trying to involve themselves. So I'm leaning towards these potentially maybe the only 2 couples that are still together, right? Because originally we had a 50% success rate, right, of this first season of the UK, right? And which brings me to the next couple, Steven and Sabrina, right? Now, either we were all completely scammed, or they were in on the scam, and we're just now finding out, allegedly, it was a scam, right? So they got married, right? And I was all in because I thought this was a legitimate love story, but maybe because there was no issues, was because there was acting involved. there was no problems, there was no issues, there was no arguments, there was no concerns, because people were acting. So Steve admitted that he initially did this show for fun on a live, you guys. And then the question on a live recently with some of the contestants was whether or not you would do the show again, and somebody said immediately yes, right? Which would kind of give a hint that why would you be rushing to do the show again if you supposedly found love? Right? So nonetheless, did Steven completely scam us and pretend to be this good guy, be this amazing guy, be everything somebody ever wanted just to be on the show for clout and followers and attention and more women to be in his DMs? I need to know, because I am going to be shocked if this was all a lie, you guys. But it seems like even from Sabrina's Instagram that perhaps even she was fooled as well. And because there's no trace of this looking like they went the distance, right? So this is at least one of the married couples that I can 99.9% guarantee is probably not going to be together at the reunion, right? So now let's get to the couples that I knew were not going to get married. Although I'm kind of shocked at one with just kind of like the how and the why of it all. But we'll get to that in a moment. So Catherine and Freddie, right? I never saw it for them, you guys. I never thought Catherine was as into him as she claimed, and then it came out she had been on other reality TV shows as well. Usually when people are on multiple reality TV shows, like I talk about on Love Island, there was a contestant, Love Island USA, Aaron, who had been on like, I think 3, including this one, would be 3 other reality shows. Usually when people are on multiple reality shows like that, especially multiple dating reality shows, I don't take it seriously because they're not taking it seriously. They see the opportunity, they see the character that they formed on these reality shows, and they're like, I want more. I want more of the clout, I want more of the fame, I want more of the attention, and that's what Kat was giving. Kat, I don't think, was feeling Freddie like that. She definitely felt a certain way when she saw Ollie. She tried to hide it. And even when everyone else from the Pod Squad reunited, she is flirting up a storm with Sam right there by Freddie, right? And I was like, yeah, this is not going to happen. She's not really into Freddie like that, right? And the only time she looked genuinely interested was when she saw how successful Freddie was from the funeral business, you guys. And saw how nice his house was. But even the decor on his house was giving either another woman lived there or something else, you guys. Because it was very immaculate, right, for a bachelor. So I had already, the antennas was already going up like something is not right here, right? And then ultimately, right, it is one thing to have a conversation about a prenuptial agreement that is totally normal, especially this day and age of people wanting to protect their assets. I have no problem with that conversation. The conversation, though, that Freddie had was like, listen, if something ever happens to me, I'm giving it all to my sister. F you. F you. You're not getting anything. That was when I was like, oh, Freddie's not here. Freddie is not here for any of these shenanigans, and he is not interested in Kat like that. And I was like, whoa. So it did not shock me at all when he was the one that was like, nope, we are not getting married, right? I think Kat, she was willing to, act it out and make it look like a love story and all these things, but, it was never going to go the distance, you guys. Because Freddie did not take her seriously enough to even consider her as a part of a life insurance policy, as part of, if anything happens to me, we are going to, I'm going to make sure that you're taken care of. Oh, no. That was not the case, you guys. That was not the case at all. So nonetheless, I will be very interested to see at this reunion if Kat is still single or if she has found one of these other men from the Pod Squad that she was so happily flirting with in front of Freddie as if he was not her whole fiance in this experiment, you guys. But yeah, they were never going to go the distance. Freddie was not serious at all. Right? But it brings to question, who would he have potentially, been interested in, right? So there was that, right? So then we have an interesting one, which was Tom and Maria, right? Now, I had a feeling that this marriage was not going to happen, and it was giving the vibe that Maria was well more into Tom than Tom was into Maria, and I never felt it. even when he made the comment about her lipstick when they first had the meeting, it kind of was just like, okay. Some people found it funny, but I found it like, yeah, he has a certain type of woman that he likes. And by certain type, I mean blonde, blue eyes, and all the things, right? So it didn't matter how gorgeous Maria was or any of these things. No. He perked up when he saw the blonde from Pod Squad. And I was like, yeah, this isn't happening. But the first time I knew this wasn't happening, like I said, was with the lipstick reveal when they met each other for the first time. But also when they got into that argument about Tom judging Maria for being a makeup artist and already, associating somebody with being a makeup artist as being quote unquote uneducated. And not having their smarts or their wits about them, you guys. And I don't like that because a person's not defined by how much education they do or do not have. And a person's career should not be defined on what they are and are not going to be as a human being, as a potential spouse in the future. I thought that was very judgmental, and I was off Tom for good after that. And the other issue that I had was that we didn't see too much of their issues, and Tom tried to play in Maria's face and really make it seem like, all of their issues were resolved, but would play up to the other men in the Pod Squad that it was just so daunting. It was just so horrible with Maria. I can't cope. I can't continue on. And I'm thinking to myself, well, why can't you tell this to Maria? Why are you telling this to us and to the Pod Squad, but you're not communicating effectively with Maria? And then this whole gender roles things, right? Because you've already stereotyped her because of her culture, because of how she looks, because of what she looks like, and her career and her education level. So you have deduced that she's a gold digger. You have deduced that because she wanted to be a stay-at-home mom and be involved with her kids so that money is not being spent on nannies or handed off to relatives 24/7, that she is a gold digger and she wants to use you for your money. No. It was just so many preconceived notions and stereotypes for me that I was disgusted. But even with all of that, Maria still seemed really into this guy. And I was confused because I was like, how can you be into this guy and he is giving you nothing? And then the icing on the cake was the mom was not even at the wedding. See, these are things that I pay attention to. When, which we'll get to in the last couple in a second, regarding the level of family involvement, or non-involvement, if you will. And if your mom's not even going to go to the wedding, and you revere and how close you are to her, I've got questions, right? And the answer is you're not marrying Maria, right? Now, there's rumors that this wedding scene apparently took multiple takes to get the quote-unquote reaction they want. We don't need to go that far. Because ultimately, the reaction that we did saw was disgusting enough as far as I'm concerned. Whether it was take 1 or take 10. And here's the thing, because this happened in the other rejections. Oh, I love you. No. If you love me, why aren't we getting married, right? So nonetheless, I love you, but we have too much differences culturally, and there's just too many differences between us for us to continue. How humiliating. And then to just walk off and just leave Maria like that. Oh, disgusting. Absolutely disgusting, you guys. But, nonetheless, this is how people move. This is how people move. This is how people conduct themselves, right? And how are you supposed to be the person that works at the largest PR firm apparently in London and you display yourself like this? You have clients where your job is to be a fixer, is to make any terrible situation look good, look like roses and flowers. And you completely blow up the spot like that and look like an a-hole. A bigger a-hole than what you had been this entire season. Right? And just leave Maria out there like that. It was so disgusting. It was so distasteful, you guys. It was so awful. Make it make sense. And you thought you did your big one, Tom, but it was a big disappointment is what it was. You don't even realize the caliber of woman you just let go because you were so caught up in, oh, she's a makeup artist. Oh, she's not, blonde hair, blue eyes. So therefore I'm off her. No. And the worst part of it all, you guys, like I said regarding the family involvement, you knew that Maria lost her father. You knew how sentimental this was supposed to be for her with her brother walking her down the aisle. You even interact with her mom before the wedding, giving the indication that this was going to be a yes, that this was going to be an I do. And you go out there at the altar and embarrass Maria like that, embarrass her mom like that, make her mom look like an idiot like that for thinking that you were a decent human being. You knew all the conversations you had with Maria confiding in you and how upset and hurt she is about losing her father, about how upset and hurt she is of not having her father around anymore, and how hard it was for her to open up to people because she didn't know who to trust, who to be vulnerable with, and all of these things, and really credited her brother of how much of a source of strength and everything that he was. And this is how you crap the bed, Tom? No. Then we have to get to our final couple, you guys. We have to get to our final couple, which is Demi and Ali, you guys. Now, they did not get married, obviously. And it was for the best, you guys. I was so happy it didn't happen. Because here's my thing. How can you go through this entire experiment and your family does not show up until the wedding day, you guys? You're trying to tell me if they live somewhere else you couldn't get on a Zoom and introduce them to Demi? You're trying to tell me out of all of these weeks, Demi couldn't even meet a friend? All of the scenes Ali had with any alleged friend or family was with Aaron, I believe his name was, from the Pod Squad? Even at the, when the men are getting suited and booted, that is the best that you can do? Oh, no. I saw right through Ollie. Really when he first met Demi. He was not all of that interested, right? But he put on a smile. He put on the acting performance of his life. And then when he met Kat on the honeymoon retreat, I was like, oh yeah, that's his type right there. That is his type right there, right? But even at that point, he was still willing to fake it. But he made too many obvious mistakes. He should have immediately went to Demi after the conversation with Kat. Instead, he went over, I believe, to talk to Bobby about his conversation with Kat, right? And that was, a huge red flag. Because if there was nothing there to talk about, if there was nothing inappropriate in that conversation with Kat, why didn't you immediately go to Demi to reassure her? Demi has made several comments at times at different things that can make her feel insecure or a certain type of way, and you completely bypass that for your own selfish reasons, right? And you threaten to quit the show multiple times, but it's only after you get called out, right? You threatened to quit the show when Demi confronted you on your inappropriate behavior of just flat out ignoring her after you get to talk to Kat, right? Then you threaten that this is all going to be over like a child when you get confronted by the other couples on how horrible you're treating Demi because it was obvious you were not into her. And you tried to flip it around and make it seem like everyone else was instigating when it was clear as day that Demi was disassociating from everyone because you were treating her like she was not even there, like she was non-existent. So she was trying to make best with what she could do. And then the telltale sign, right? You didn't even want to be intimate with this girl, right? Usually men, if men are just trying to hook up anyways, they'll be intimate with anything, right? But you were doing all this, so let's take it slow. Meanwhile, pretty much it looked like for the most part, most of the other couples were intimate, even if they didn't get married. Most of the other couples were already intimate. But you were like, let's take it slow. I love our friendship. We are best friends. No. This is not love is blind for friendship. This is love is blind for marriage. No. And then the cheapo behavior. Let's go to an arcade. What? Let's go bowling. What? No, 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 no. It wasn't even a high-end bowling, and I love bowling. I'm a bowler, right? And even I was very offended, right? But you went on, there was more expensive activities the men went on for their little bachelor party than it was your little dates with Demi. And I was like, this man is cheap. This man does not want to include his family in any capacity of this process. And this man is treating Demi like it's his sister. It was just very non-romantic, you guys. It was very much going through the motions, but because he wasn't an a-hole like Bartiz, you guys missed it, right? And some of you, even after all of the fallout of the wedding, still think that this is going to go the distance. No, 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 no. So we get to the wedding, you guys, and, prior to the wedding, the couples, after they live together, in the UK version, they split up for 3 days. They go 72 hours, and they're not supposed to be living together, but presumably, if you are intending on getting married, like a normal engaged couple, you would still be in contact, right? You would still be calling, text messaging, FaceTiming, the like. But Ali went completely ghost, you guys. He did not contact Demi at all, and Demi was not going to contact Ali because she wanted to see if he was full of it. And he turned out to be full of it, right? So, nonetheless, Demi knew what she was going to do. She was like, this was the final test. Like, are you for real or not? And I've got to say, hair and makeup did their thing with Demi for the wedding. I was very happy, the slicked hair. I mean, she looked stunning, right? And then I felt a way because it was the wedding officiant that was talking about how beautiful Demi was. Ali, not so much, right? And I was like, this is not going to go well, right? This wasn't going to go well. But see, I wasn't expecting it to be Demi that was going to say no. I thought that Ali was going to have this so crafted so well that he was going to pull the kibosh at the altar. Boy, was I surprised when it was Demi. And so was Ali. Ali was like, how dare you do this to me? How dare you pull the trigger before I could? Was the energy Ali was giving me, right? And even after the fact, when Demi said this was going to be a no for her, you're back to telling the Pod Squad friend, Aaron, sad but relieved. Sad but happiness. No, 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 no. You're not sad at all. You're happy this is over. You're happy that, you finally, convinced your parents that they could just come to the breakup scene, and that was it. You are ecstatic, Ali, that you did not have to fake this any further, and that Demi put both of you guys out of your misery. Now, what I am not hoping for is them to still say that they're still together or that they're still dating at the reunion. Because I'm going to have to get Demi together if that is the case. Because, Demi, have you paid attention to Ollie's Instagram and what he likes? No, 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 no. I'm sorry, if you embarrass me at the altar, there is nothing to be worked on. You've told me your decision, right? And as much as Ollie has embarrassed Demi, her saying no to him at the altar is like the least of the problems that were existing between the two of them, right? To not have your family involved in any capacity of this process just to film a scene at the wedding breakup was not okay. Was not okay at all, because that told you what Ollie thought of you, and that was you were not good enough to meet his parents. You were not good enough to be integrated in any capacity with his family when you knew you had no intentions of being committed to her. So, nonetheless, I'm just surprised at how many people are buying the scam, that because Ollie was not disrespectful verbally, that he wasn't disrespectful with his actions and non-actions, that was very more disgusting, in my opinion, because he was displaying somebody that was going through all of the motions. And then the comment, even after the retreat when he threatened to quit, and it showed them, he basically saying he was convinced to continue with the journey, and there was already 5 other couples. No, 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 no. You got to check to continue with the journey, Ollie. Let's just call it a spade a spade. You got to check to continue with the journey and pretend. And you put on your best acting jobs to pretend more interest and rub Demi's feet and keep calling her the best friend and keep, playing arcade games with her and all these things, doing kid stuff. No, 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 no. If we're going on the same type of adventures I would go on with a sibling, you should already know what time it is, you guys. But that is that for all of the couples. Like I said, I project out of the 3 couples that got married, maybe 2 of them are still together. But everyone else, it's a wrap. It is a wrap, and we will see whether or not anybody else was faking or clout chasing, you guys. But it seems as though Maria, from what I hear in rumors, got an advanced screening of the season and how the weddings went and the things that Tom was saying about her behind her back, and she's going to go in. Allegedly. So we'll see if she stands on business for that, right? Because they love to show the people of color going in. Right? But they never like to show the people of color on these shows ever happy, right? They'll show the intimate scenes and they'll show the arguing, but they never show anything else. So we will see what happens there. But there is that. That is all for this video, you guys. Please let me know what you think in the comments. Did any of you tune in to the Love is Blind UK? And I wanted to say this quickly. So those of you, if this is your first Love is Blind expose or whatever, and you're looking for recommendations, watch all of Love is Blind Brazil is good, Love is Blind Sweden is good, and Love is Blind Japan is good, and Love is Blind Mexico is so-so. However, there was no melanated people. So wasn't happy there. But it was decent enough that it kept my interest to where I wanted to at least see it through. Until I got to the reunion, which I may do a video on as well. Because the reunion was a hot mess. But nonetheless, as far as the USA seasons, out of 6 of them, I would say maybe like 2 are good. The rest, the problem is everyone obviously is not there for the right reasons, right? But everybody has like worked out their own alliances to where they're just going to be with certain people just to get to a wedding or just to get to, get that camera time. And that's my problem. You're not here for love. And so that's the piece that, unfortunately with US, that's why there's such a low success rate, because so many of them were scamming. So there is that. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Please do not forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell so you're notified the moment I post new content on my channel. And with that being said, I'll talk to you guys again very soon.